International Roller Skating League presents Major League Bank Track Skating Competition. Today, from Kezar Pavilion in Golden Gate Park in San Francisco, it's the Bay Bombers versus the Midwest Pioneers in the 1978 home season opener for the Bay Bombers. Hello, everyone. I'm Don Drury. Along with me, Ken Monty. We're calling your play-by-play action. We're in the second half of this game with the score. The Pioneers 26 and the Bay Bombers 20. 4 minutes and 13 seconds left to go, and this jam is underway. It is Sherry Eric moving for the Pioneers. Women's captain Joni Weston coming out for the Bay Bombers. Comes over the block, sends Eric over the rail, back with another block now, and sending Tucker out of the jam as Weston sends another skater in and over the rail. Now the Bombers have the only jammer out moving. Number 34, Dolores Tucker. Tremendous crowd out here again today, Ken, supporting the Bay Bombers as they have through the past seasons.
The Bombers are already down. The score now is 26 for the Pioneers, 20 for the Bombers. And the Bombers have been trailing throughout most of this game. And they've got to get it together, and they've got to do it right now.
Here's Joni Weston back to lead the way. Coming up quick out of that turn, down a straightaway. Beautiful. Takes down two. Tucker up over the top and scored for the Bay Bombers. Still going. Tucker up and moving. Bombers still trying to get people in and out of there. Skater going down in the turn. And the official decision, there were 3 Bay Bomber points scored. 3 Bomber points scored by Tucker, the assist of Joan Weston, and the rest of the Bomber club. To 23, and a timeout called here in the 5th period. Period with the Pioneers leading 26 to 23. I believe there were some penalties after that play, but I'm really not sure.
I believe it was Jerry Eric and Dolores Tucker. Some action took place while we broke away for that moment, and it just seemed like that Eric come over and did something to Tucker, and Tucker tried to retaliate, and in return, Jan Ballo stepped in. But Jan Ballo was not penalized, and Stan, the action starting, so take it away.
Apparently no penalties out on the play. Well, no, the Pioneers are short somebody out there. Jan Ballo, I believe, yes. Ballo is the only one that, no, Ballo and Tucker picked up the penalties. Okay, we got
somebody.
We got it down. Peanuts Meyer on moving for the Bay Bombers. Bombers down by 3, 26 to 23 here in the 5th skating period. Minute 40 seconds left to go in this period. It'll be Sherry Eric back on defense for the Pioneers. Bombers have that lead jammer on moving. 39, Carol Peanuts Meyer. She's on your screen right now, moving into scoring contention. You can see her as she moves around. That big crowd behind you again here at Kezar. Elbow block, throw back by Eric. Meyer trying to sprint to the outside. Belted back again. Weston looking to assist. There's another block, and Weston drops back on the assist now. Crowd coming up behind the Bay Bombers as Weston attempts to lead Peanuts Meyer over Sherry Eric for Bay Bomber points. Meyer takes a whip to the outside, spins around, bounces Eric, puts her down inside. Meyer's back up. Eric missing another block down in that turn. The jam called off. The official decision, there were 2 Bay Bomber points scored. One by Meyer, one by the secondary jammer, who also came up was Judy McGuire.
Coming up on a replay on this, Don, and this is going to be a great team effort both by Weston and Peanuts Meyer. This is just years of experience of skating together. You can't do this automatically. You'll notice Joan Weston reaches back, gives a whip to Peanut Meyer. It's called a reverse whip. At the same time, Peanuts Meyer jumps in the back of Sherry Eric. Down goes Sherry Eric. Peanut moves to on the inside. In the meantime, your secondary jammer for the Bombers goes by, and the Bombers get 2 points, and that leaves the score with the Bombers just 1 point behind. The score now is Pioneers 26, Bombers 25.
20 seconds left to go here in this period. Then already getting ready to go out there and battle again as they have through the first half. And Ken, I'm telling you, it's a terrific season that these people are going to be watching on their local television stations. If they'd like to keep the Bay Bombers on the air, they should write to their local television stations.
That's the only way, Don, really. There's no way in the world of us knowing what's going to really happen. They've got to tell us, and we're going into a break right now, and everybody's just sit down and write a postcard is all we want.
26 to 25, the score here at the end of the 5th skating period at Kezar Pavilion. Timeout has been called on the track. The 6th skating period. Pioneers lead by 1, 26 to 25. Here in the second half, Joe Perez comes in with a good block, takes down Alvin Mallory, and Perez is up and moving again, pulling away from Mallory. As he got up, he was still a little off balance, and here he is, number 50, Joe Perez, jumping Joe Perez, moving in for the Pioneers at the rear. Bob Hine back to lead the way. It'll be Bill Grohl, men's captain of the Bay Bombers, back on defense. There's a shoulder block by Hine. Grohl trying to stay right in there. Here with another one taken down. Mike Chum being worked on now. He's pulled out of the way. Hine gives a whip to the outside. Orozco comes in with a block, and the jam is called off. The official decision, there were 2 more Pioneer points picked up. Pioneers jump back up to a 3-point lead, 28-25 here in the 6th skating period.
You know, it's a funny thing. O'Connell is, for some reason or other, not in the first half and now no longer in this second half. Hasn't dropped back to do any blocking, so to speak. He's picking them up. At that time, Gil Orozco moved back in a hurry and picked up the man after he got by 2 men. But usually, the Pioneers have been able to pick apart the Bombers and 1-2 and points at a time. And in return, the Bombers have only been picking up singles. And the Bombers got to get it together. They can't let this happen. And Hines seems to be in control of the game. And I know Charlie's not going to let this happen.
Well, I think the Pioneers have only trailed twice in this game. That was the opening points of the game, and then from right towards the end of the last girls' period in the first half.
That's true.
Jammer's out and moving on to play. 31 is John Early. 57, the bald eagle, the coach of the Pioneers, Bob Hine, is in pursuit. Early's got problems here.
You ain't kidding when you got Bob Hine on the jam.
Here he comes. Hine reaching back, grabs a hold. Early drives him in and over the rail. That's a tough one to call, too. You know, we can see it on the screen. We're elevated. But when you're that close to a man, it's really tough to catch him holding like that. And it's going to be O'Connell dropping defense. Charlie O'Connell said, oh, Stafford coming with a block. O'Connell now being battered back and forward. Dumped by Hine. Good key block in there by JoJo Stafford. Power play, Pioneers. Hine inside his score. Spins around and calls it off. The jam called off. The official ruling, there was one Bomber point on a play. However, I believe there were 4 Pioneer points picked up by Bob Hine. There's the man, Coach Bob Hine.
Bob Hine, they used to call him the bald eagle. He's just got the bald spot on now. He's growing a few more feathers. There's Bob Hine coming in the jam right now. And you see O'Connell dropping back. Good stiff shoulder block. I mean, that elbow. Now, you see, Hine gets on the insides of him, puts him away. JoJo's in front of him, leading him to the pack. He puts another block. He wipes that man out, puts his hands on his hips, picks up 4 points. But in the meantime, there's one Bomber that did slip through.
That was Mike Gammon coming out of there.
Well,
there's Bob Hine right there.
Yeah. He's a tremendous skater, tremendous athlete, and a tremendous competitor.
So the score now, the Pioneers 32, the Bay Bombers 27. You know, it didn't really matter whether it was Grohl or O'Connell back there. It's a good combination the Pioneers have got going for them right now.
That's very true, Don. I mean, they're putting it together, and they're sticking it to them, as you might say.
32, Mike Chum, a young rookie for the Bay Bombers, out moving on to play. And last year's Rookie of the Year, 51, Larry Stahl, out for the Pioneers. Takes the block and stays to the outside and stays in front. It's going to be Bill Grohl and Charles Gibson back on defense for the respective clubs. Grohl back with a good block, sends Stahl up along the rail. Gibson elbow block, stops Mike Chum from scoring. Both of these jammers trying to work their way around the blockers at the rear of the pack. Grohl, a seasoned veteran, comes in. Another good shoulder block back into last year's Rookie of the Year. Elbow blocks back by Gibson into Mike Chum, tries the inside, quickly moving to the outside. Grohl now moving up on the assist. There's a block. Gibson moved out of the way. Chum scrambling through. Makes it into the outside. Stafford coming in with a block now. Still trying to fight for more points. The jam called off. The jam called off, and Skater's going down to the turn. Skater going over the top. The official decision, there was 1 point each way on the play, Ken. Larry Stahl getting through, and Mike Chump, again, that's inexperience. Mike Chump picked up that 1 point.
Without a doubt. He should have cut the jam off. They broke even. They didn't give anything away, but they didn't gain anything neither. It's a bad case of misjudgment, inexperience. But then in professional sports, you don't accept this sort of thing.
You just sort of sit back and say, okay, I'm going to get it the next time.
No, you just sit back and you beat them with a baseball bat, saying it don't happen again.
Is that how you ran your team? You won a lot of games.
I hope so. But things like that, it's so hard to get a point in this skating league, and when you don't really get them, it's tough.
All right. The score on the scoreboard here in the building reached 32-28. However, the officials did signal for a point each way, and it should be 33-29, I believe. Jammers are out and moving. Dynamite Mike Gammon. Look at him step off. Here comes Charles. Gets a side step. What a move. What a move. This Gammon is fantastic out there. And I'll tell you, in the absence of Tony Roman right now, who's out with a shoulder injury, the Bombers have really got to rely on him as well as Charlie O'Connell and Bill Grohl.
He's really carrying the load, and he's doing it. Look at him down, back up again.
Gammon again looking to score. Don Light coming out of the Pioneers a long ways back. Bob Hine dropping back on defense for the Pioneers right now along with JoJo Stafford. Double block. Gammon trying to find his way through the middle of that double block. A barrage of elbow blocks. Gammon being carried back. O'Connell dropping back now. The Pioneer jammer also moving up. Gammon again looking to score. O'Connell eliminates him, and here comes number 40 to lead away. Gammon running high. O'Connell looking to take that lead over and lead the way in. Gammon setting his pace. Now they slow down. O'Connell takes the lead, moves up, double block, takedown. Gammon in the middle, still going. Gammon takes another one from Carrasco. Carried back, and time runs out. The official decision, there were 2 Bay Bomber points picked up by Mike Gammon, the assist of Charlie O'Connell. Is now the Pioneers 32, the Bay Bombers 30. We're in the 6th skating period. 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in the 6th skating period. Bay Bombers trailing through most of this game, trying to get it back together. Back is form, whistle sounds. Jammer is up, man out. Number 33, Albert Mallory going out for the Bay Bombers. JoJo Stafford coming up off a whip in pursuit, 53. Stafford moving along. Good elbow block into Mallory. Fights him back. Mallory off balance. Stafford comes back to the inside. Another shoulder block. Dumps him again. The Pioneers again with the advantage. They lead by 2 points, 32-30. They have the only potential score out moving on the play. And it's going to be O'Connell back on defense for the Bombers. Bob Hine, there's the backup looking to assist now. Grohl drops up, tries to keep Hine from dropping back to assist. Yet to make a move. There's Grohl keeping Hine forward. O'Connell yet. The pack is bunched up by the Pioneers, and Stafford is yet to make a move. Stafford moves a little bit back to the outside. Good shoulder block. O'Connell dumps him. Stafford again up and moving. Shoulder block again by O'Connell. Puts him down. A standing crowd here at Kezar Pavilion as the Bombers let the seconds tick away in his jam. Stafford staggering back on his skates, makes another attempt, and again is done by O'Connell. No score on the play. What a tremendous blocking job by Charlie O'Connell. Then I think we're going to get an opportunity to take a look at this again. There's the main man, number 40, Charlie O'Connell.
You know, on this replay, you see Stafford coming in again. Look at that shoulder and elbow. He's putting his whole weight into it. This is the O'Connell of 5, 10, 15 years ago. You can see it all right now. Here comes Stafford again. Let O'Connell say, come on, come on. And watch him. Oh, boy, you can't beat that. That is action. And O'Connell knows it. He's the man. And there's the big 40, Charlie O.
32-30. No score on the play. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left to go here in the 6th skating period. We want to remind the fans that these telecasts are strictly for the enjoyment of our viewing audience. Any other use without the express written permission of the International Roller Skating League is strictly prohibited. The back is formed, the whistle sounding. Jammers make their way up. And the Jammers coming up and out. Charles Gibson starts it. John Early has been dumped, and now it's the coach of the Pioneers, the Bald Eagle. Bob Hine out, moving on the play. Pioneers again with the advantage, and they lead by 2, 32-30. O'Connell dropping back on defense again for the Bay Bombers. Look at the crowd standing here in the building, Ken.
They're just getting
off. He's tired. Jumped again by Charlie O. And Hine, just beaten. I don't know if he can even get up. Tries to get up. Is staggering on his skates. And O'Connell drops him again. Time, and the jam runs out. Tremendous blocking by Charlie O'Connell. Look at the fans. Standing ovation.
O'Connell's finest hour. This is one of the mementos you always try to see on TV, and this is O'Connell at his very best. As a defensive player that he is, he's a great offensive player, but this is Charlie O'Connell at his greatest. This is why they call him, well, superstar, whatever you want to call him.
Mr. Roller Derby.
Mr. Roller Derby, whatever you want to call it, and this is the reason why. I've been in the same position as Bob Hine, and I know what it means.